Hello, and thanks for clicking on my channel. I have been trying to get on here all day and talk about Indigo, Crystal, and Starseed Children. Not all day. It's been since 6 o'clock. It's 8:51. Okay, here we go. I'm using the article from Gaia.com. It's an 8-minute read. Indigo, Crystal, and Starseed Children Characteristics Revealed by Tasha Shayne. It was written September 29th, 2016. It's in reference to transformation, spiritualities. I like spiritual things. And light workers, because we are light workers. So, Indigo Children. I'm going to go straight into the article because it's not long, but I do want to talk about it because a lot of us can be indigo, can be star seeds, can be crystal crystal children also, and we just don't know it because society has it. They fill us with medication for so long and for years, and then you can have your own gifts. You're born this way and you don't even know it because society doesn't want you to know who you are, and you have to pay attention to things and yourself. You have to love yourself and find yourself so you know who you are. But I'm gonna go in. Indigo children among us. The identification of indigo children who have a proclivity towards certain psychological and spiritual attributes. These big words, right? Was first popularized by San Diego parapsychologist Nancy Ann. I'm gonna skip that part. I am gonna include the links in the description box, so you can click on the link and you can see where I found the article. You can go into the article, and it has a whole bunch of other stuff. So if you're interested in the other stuff, you can just click on it and it'll talk about everything. If you want to see what Gaia has to offer, they'll give you free access to videos, helpful articles, and offers. You'll get offers. Just put your email and sign up. But back to this. What is an indigo child? That's 248. Okay. Carol explained indigo children are often the greatest blessing in life. Children are the greatest blessing in life and also the greatest challenge. Many books have been written about good parenting and child psychology. But what we noticed was different is the thought that we might be seeing a new human consciousness slowly arriving on the planet now, manifesting in our children, goes way beyond established conservative thought. Essentially, indigo children share traits that include a strong calling to make the world a better place, an innate knowledge of better ways to do things. They always try to look for a different way to do things. So if you're always doing things the same way, they'll find another way to do the same thing. They'll find another way to do it, a better way. They are natural system busters with a non-responsiveness to controlling and or authority figures. That means that they don't really like authority figures. Controlling, they don't like that. A feeling of natural superiority and an innate love for nature, plants, and animals. As psychological counselors, Carol and Tober had written a book that quickly became a guide of sorts for parents of unusually bright and active children. In a world where children are commonly over-medicated, attending schools devoid of creative environments. That means that they don't have the arts and crafts programs. Sometimes they don't have sports, like for them to do physical activity. And sometimes they come from homes lacking sufficient time and attention from their parents. Indigo child's abilities. Maureen Healy, a speaker and leader in the field of children's emotional health. Working with highly sensitive children wrote, Indigos are intuitive. Intuitive is your intuition. They have very strong intuition. That's a sense of knowing. They're strong willed and very sensitive. They have always felt different and here for a reason. Although they might not know what that is yet, Healy attributes the following possible traits to indigo children: having had intuitive experiences, a desire for a more fair and just world, having stood up, maybe alone, for what they believe in, having an interest in living life of meaning instead of just making money, feeling sensitive in both physical and emotional, and having unusual things happen around them. That's an indigo child. So they're just very sensitive and they want to have more meaning to life. Other indigo traits have been described as having a high IQ, acute intuition, self-confidence, resistance to authority, and old soul. Qualities: sensitivity to chemicals and fluorescent lights, and disruptive tendencies. The latter is often diagnosed as an attention deficit disorder or attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. That's ADHD. Attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. ADD, attention deficit disorder. Wow, so then most of the time they're diagnosed with ADHD and the children end up being overly medicated, and then they never get to show their gifts. They never get to grow, heal, evolve, and become better. So and then as adults, from being overly medicated as a child, you don't know who you are as an adult. It's like you're finding yourself. Now, as an adult, you're finding yourself. New York Times cited Doreen Virtue, a former psychotherapist who has written books and conducted lectures on indigo children, saying that such youngsters represent a leap in human evolution. She said they are vigilant about cleaning the earth of social ills and corruption and increasing integrity. That is like morals, values. And they want to stop corruption. Like they want to fix the world. Like they care about humanity and the world. Those were indigo children. So now we're going to go into crystal child. So what is a crystal child? Crystal children are another exceptional category of human beings, known to follow their hearts as idealists in a world limited and troubled by materialists. This means that crystal children are apt to flow with consciousness rather than forcing their way through life and hardships in search for material success. So that's saying, instead of looking for ways to make money and always chasing the dollar, they look for other ways to flow with consciousness, to flow with life. They're not always after money. The ultimate goal seems to be firmly established in making the world a better place. Like indigo children, crystal children also exude an old soul persona. Like, okay. Characteristics of crystal children. According to psychic reader Tori, crystal children, the offspring of indigos. So that means indigo children, when they have a child, like if you're an indigo person and you have a child, then your child is a crystal child, because you're special. So, and then whoever you have a child with, that child is special, that child is gifted in a certain way. As an indigo, you'll have a crystal child. So the crystal children are the offspring of indigos, began to incarnate in greater numbers as the turn of this century. They commonly have a penetrating gaze. That means that they stare. Penetrating gaze. Sometimes possess usual, colored, and often round-eyed, Usual. That means that they're the same color. That's like blue and green, brown, light brown colored eyes, and they're often round. My eyes are almond, almond shaped. So I'm not a crystal child. They are sensitive, both mentally and physically, suffer from allergies and sensitivities caused by environmental factors. They are spontaneous and sometimes act without thinking through consequences, love to climb, have a good sense of balance, are natural huggers, even with people they only just met. Have no awareness of personal boundaries because they feel connected to all humankind. And indeed, all living things are healers and psychics, love music and singing, but hate loud noise, aren't comfortable in noisy, overcrowded places, and suffer from sensory overload. Are badly affected by negative events, both in their personal sphere and worldwide. They become helpers, carers, volunteers, healers, and teachers. Exude love for their family, pets, and their friends. And are audio didacts, preferring to teach themselves what they want to learn rather than what they're told to focus on. Crystal children. I am not a crystal child. I don't like to be touched. I don't like to hug. I don't like none of that. Like, and noise. Like, I like noise. Like, that's how I function. Because I can function with noise, like the city noise, my daughter's music. Like, I like noise. Sometimes if there's no noise, I'll make noise. I'll just turn the TV on or I'll put the music on just because I want the noise. Like, there's no noise. So I'm not a crystal child. But the crystal, that was the characteristics. That's like what they're known for. Like, those are their characteristics. That's how you would know the characteristics of a crystal child. They like hugs. They have no awareness of personal boundaries. They like to feel connected to everybody, everything. Love music, singing, but hate loud noise. This is different, you know? A crystal child's abilities. To a trained psychologist, a number of these qualities refer to introverted individuals. Introvert, that means that they're inside, like they're more to themselves. But those who hold tight to the concept of crystal children feel that there is also a tendency for these youngsters to want to uplift humanity and the natural world as a whole. Their entire life's purpose is devoted to a greater universal cause. I'm sorry. I was eating something. Nikki Patilio, a former clinical microbiologist and molecular biologist, he's a scientist, who now works with psychic children. Wow, so he has a good job. He works with psychic children, so he gets to play with the kids all day and giving them tests and stuff. I'm just thinking, like, how would that work? Like, you teaching the kids, or you trying to see what their powers are, or like what they can do. Noted that the main purpose of crystal children is to take us to the next level in our evolution and reveal to us their inner and higher power. They function as a group consciousness rather than as individuals. And they live by a law of one or global oneness. They are also advocates for love and peace on this planet, and are mostly born on the gold ray of incarnation and evolution, which means they have access to gifts of clairvoyance and healing. That means that they heal. Clairvoyance is that they know things. They will know things, or they have visions of things. Clairvoyance is to see. You have the gift of vision. And this reminds me of the movies. Like, in movies, they would have like these children in labs, and they would be studying these children because these children are gifted, and they wanted to know their powers. They wanted to know like what these children were capable of. Like, you look at these movies and then you're just like, they're just regular movies. You think it's nonsense, but no, like, This really happens. Like, you can be an indigo child, you can be a crystal child. You give birth to a child, and your child is gifted too because you're gifted. So it's a big deal. And they'll want to take your child and run tests on the child. Wow, like the reality of it. The reality of the movies. They put this in movies, and it's wow. The last one is what is a star what is a starseed children? That's 1528. Starseed children, also called star children, represent the umbrella group of people who are said to have been sent here from all areas of the universe to help the earth and humanity. They are reported to possess psychic, spiritual, and other extrasensory abilities, and are bringers of peace, topplers of corrupt systems, and shifts of dimensional consciousness. Now and in the future, Nikki Patilio wrote that these children have come here on a special assignment to assist in this rebirth into a higher dimensional earth. That means that you want to raise consciousness into a higher dimensional earth. Like, you want everyone to have a higher consciousness. That's grow, heal, and evolve. Grow, heal, and evolve. That's what I'm doing. Like, I want people to wake up, and you will see, like, you'll see things, you'll see life, you'll see the system for what it is. Patilio noted that star children may be divided into 3 categories of indigo, crystal, and rainbow individuals. Star children have chosen specific parents who help them develop their natural abilities. So if you are a parent of a child you know is different, your child probably chose you to help them help others in their spiritual path. The most wonderful aspect of star children is their willingness to take on the world and to learn to make their own way through it. Star children will get to the point where they are able to mold society into something that reflects their energies and values. The truth that they hold and defend so well will reflect their integrity and spirituality. That's what I'm doing. Integrity and spirituality. Wow. Star children. The most wonderful aspect of star children is the willingness to take on the world and learn to make their own way through it. Star children will get to the point where they are able to mold society into something that reflects their energies and values. Wow. Stephen Acheson, author of 100 Ways to Develop Your Mind, wrote that in the last 40 years or so, the Earth has been undergoing a new wave of energy, a wake-up call leading to new dimensions of existence, of higher awareness, and greater spirituality. He wrote, Star children play a big part of this collective wave. This energy shift, star children are well aware of why they are here and have many abilities that the humans don't have. Thus, star children should be nurtured to grow their uniqueness and supernatural talents. Wow, I can't talk. Common traits of star children are said to include clairvoyance and clairsentience, the propensity to trip electricity, manipulate the environment with the mind, telepathy, high intuition, they heal with energy, detect danger, travel out of the body, act as channelers, and the ability to download information from other planets. Also listed as traits, according to Acheson, are talents that a great many would still be resisting to believe, including the ability to levitate and teleport. So star children are, I would say, like, they're powerful, and they're very gifted. Very gifted. and their traits, there is common. It's a common trait to have clairvoyance, clairsentience. You're able to trip electricity. That's manipulate the environment with the mind. Telepathy, high intuition, and you heal with energy. Detect danger, travel out of the body. You can channel, act as a channeler, and the ability to download information from other planets. This is incredible, like this information for the star children. This is the last one. Are these children truly special? The question of whether crystal, indigo, and starseed children represent the latest in parental wishful thinking or even denial, or whether they are indeed special individuals, helping us advance into a new state of consciousness, remains highly contentious. Still, it is undeniable that many children simply do not fit in the mold of normality, as they are contributing a new way of interacting, living, and relating in order to bring humanity out of the current dark age of divisionness and destruction. Whether you believe in the existence of these children or not, they are undeniably leading us to a greater sense of responsibility for each other and the planet. So I'm always talking about black magic because it is a problem. It is a problem, and I want to bring awareness to it. I want people to protect themselves, and I want people to grow, heal, and evolve, like become stronger in your mind, in your awareness. Just pay attention to this world, and the things that's going on in it, because times are changing, and it's like we have to grow, we have to heal, we have to evolve, we have to become better. We can't keep doing the same things we always do. We have to get better. That's why I'm on here and I'm talking and I put these videos, and then there are articles and they talk about it too. I'm going to put the link for this article in the description box. There are going to be timestamps. The timestamps are going to be in the comments. And that's it. So I really wanted to get into indigo, crystal, and star seeds, because you can be one of those three. Because we're adults now, and you have a child. Your child is going to be gifted also, because you're a star seed, you're a crystal child, you're an indigo child. So it's like, just be mindful. You don't have to medicate these children. Nothing is wrong with these children. They're just special, and you have to teach them to use their gifts properly so that people won't misguide them or lead them the wrong way. Like, you want the child to be right, like they want to help humanity, so you help them help humanity, because that's what they're here for. That's what you're here for. You want to raise the consciousness of the world. You want to become better. You want to be a better human being. Always lead with love. Always lead with love. And thanks for clicking on this video. And I got to make it, guys. She's eating, so she gave me time to make the video. So I'll come back tomorrow for sure. Thanks for watching. Bye.